This video is for educational and informational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice.
Budgeting. Yes, guys, you still need to budget for your travels. There are two ways to build a house. First option is you save money, have enough. When you have enough money, then you go and buy bricks and basically everything that you need, and then start building it. The other option is the one that my dad loves to talk about a lot. It's basically when you have money, go and buy a brick. Next month, go and buy cement. In the following months, basically go and buy doors. Go buy, basically, as you have money, start buying the building blocks of the building that you want to build. That's the principle that I basically apply in my traveling as well. So let's talk about how me and my friend do that. So you pretty much need to budget for 5 main things when you're traveling. It doesn't matter where you're traveling to. The first one is your flights or whatever mode of transportation that's going to get you to your destination. So I'm going to say flights, accommodation, activities, transport, and food. So those 5 things. Literally just those 5 things. So every single month we're doing something. So in April you buy plane tickets. This means that you had January, February, March to basically budget for your plane ticket. So it doesn't really matter how much it is. By April you should have enough money for that plane ticket. You buy the plane ticket. Immediately after you have bought the plane ticket, literally this is where I flourish. This is my favorite part, which is finding accommodation. And the way I do accommodations when I'm traveling is that, have you guys watched the traveling, oh gosh, there's this series on Netflix that made me to also fall in love with traveling. So I kind of travel with them. So every single destination, I need to stay at a luxurious place, affordable luxury. According to whatever my budget is. So luxurious place and on budget. And this is how I split the two. The luxurious place needs to be around a place where I basically don't have a lot of activities to do. And the on budget is usually around places where we're going to be doing a lot of activities. So right after we book the plane ticket, we go on booking.com. I mainly use booking.com because it's just easy, it's reliable, and I trust it. So on booking.com, what I then do is I kind of really look for accommodations, also send my friend to also look for accommodations and tell her which areas, because around which areas which are obviously closer to where we're going to be and closer to activities and vice versa. We literally have a call. This is one of those calls that I really love and enjoy, where we literally just talk about, okay, cool, this is the accommodation that I found, and then we book and do pay later because why not? And the most amazing thing about this is because we are booking like 5 months before, we literally get a whole bunch of sale. So accommodations is done. Not really, we still need money for accommodation, obviously. For the next 2 months or 3 months, we then chunk the accommodation amount, and then she sent me a specific amount per month. As she sent that money, I am paying the accommodations, okay? There's a joy that comes in right after we've booked the flights. There's something I'm looking forward to. And I show up at work differently. Like, there is this thing that I'm just looking forward to, which is traveling to a specific destination. But also, once we pay the accommodations, it feels like I'm going on a it makes me feel like I'm going on a trip, and this trip is like fully sponsored. It's not just need to rock up and basically have money for activities and food. I literally feel like that. Like all of a Sunday, this destination or travel to this place feels like, oh my gosh, it's so affordable, because all that is left is literally money for transport. So for example, when we went to Naisna, we rented a car. So for this section, right after we paid accommodations, we pretty much just rented a car online and paid fully online. So we already have a car, which leaves us usually with a month or 2 for where we literally get to budget for activities and for food. When I travel, and this is me, I literally travel for food, okay? I am a foodie, and the one thing I remember about every place I've been to is the food I've had. I am the friend that's always trying new stuff that I've never had before. And my friend is the opposite of that, which is great sometimes because I kind of do end up just eating her chips because she always order something that she knows. Then I get to come here and share with all of you guys about all these destinations and food. And for people who actually want normal food when they're traveling, I can just come here and tell you guys there is actually normal food. I'm calling it normal food because it will be normal to you, or like most people would be able to eat the food and just enjoy it. But also the other thing that's amazing about it is that I also get to come here and tell you guys about all the kind of cool food you guys can try out when you're traveling. Oh, the pandemic. You know, like, I'm sure you guys have seen those videos where people post stuff like when they're back and they're like cooking their what's this thing? And they're, I'll just show you guys the video. Now, I don't want you guys to be doing that, okay? I still want you guys to be eating proper good food. Now, this is how you do that. So first thing first, if you're traveling and it's towards or during your month end, please pay your rent and please put aside money for food. If you have to go to the extent of literally going to Pick n Pay, Checkers, or wherever it is that you buy your grocery, please go there, buy a gift card for yourself. Leave that gift card that already has the amount of money that you need for your grocery on your counter at home. Please don't spend your grocery money while you're traveling. It's very important that you have a budget.
I know this sounds extra, but we need to accept the fact that we are human beings and we have desires. Desires that just keeps growing. The more you have more desires. And now we start saying stuff like, we only live once. No, we don't only live once. You still need to come home, eat, pay your rent, and all of that. You still have responsibilities when you come back from that vacation.
Now let's talk about activities and food. So every single time I'm traveling, I will literally have a budget for food, which I never get to finish, and this is why. So I always overestimate my budget for food because, again, food is very important for me, and my activities budget will always be inclusive of the top 3 things I want to do in that place. So I'm going to like list all the activities that are there to do, what I want to do, what I must do. Yes, there are things that I like literally must do. So for Zanzibar, it was definitely, I had to do tortoise. I had to do swimming in the tortoises. I had to do snorkeling because I couldn't really think of any other place where I could have done that. And I had to do Nakupenda Island. If all the other activities that I could do in Zanzibar I wasn't able to do, as in my budget wasn't capable of doing those things, those were the things that I was basically going to prioritize. So you write down the list of things you want to do, prioritize, okay, and pick your top 3 things that you have to do in a specific place, and make sure that you do those. And if you still have extra money from your budget, as in from your activity budget, then you can do the rest. Again, in the line of your priorities, however way you would have basically prioritized yourself. So now that we have laid the foundation of how I probably travel, I am looking forward to the next upcoming vlogs where I'm going to tell you guys about how I planned my trip to Zanzibar for the very first time. But that was not the first time I was planning a trip. Prior to that, I planned a trip with my friend again to Naisna. So when we were in Naisna, we spoke about Zanzibar, literally. So yeah, I'm going to tell you guys all about how I planned my trip, how much it was, all the nitty-gritty stuff that you guys really want to know. So stay tuned and see you in the next one. Hello from me. This is that I'm so